And to this day, we just went through so much things, a lot of situations, and a very still we have which to for worthy and having life and fighting for. We have it on, and we can still count with the real God, our Actor. After this 22:08, this night, in this Buenos Aires, which rains now, is October 14th, Wednesday, 2015. Wailing through this full and much order, and counting the seconds, my writer, every day, which is a very permanent running through this timeless, clear facts, and the reality of the countdown for me. That's the clear fact that when it's going to do the job. And for us. Suddenly, I'm found in a clear of all, in a clear of mind, in a clear of us. And suddenly I'm found the reality of I have been trying so hard. And I have been trying so ever, and much of things I could not even try for. But even though I had much to really pour in tears, and I still do. But the most important is I still embrace love, and I still love, and I still give worthy. And forever. The same every one of us, which we are the rare ones. The ones for and above the ones for the real, rights given for existence having been. For this announcement at this moment, a lot of conditions, a lot of problems, a lot of non-nice, probably combined in order to keep. And with them all, still us, even though everything seems like so much times not to tell even. So to say truth, I found a very state of my day, which is not exactly the one I want, but something very risky. Melech, Sam, I love you in a very way that I won't ever have to go. And I need, and I long for your health, safety. And you do always as who you are. Remain the best effort to be completed by our name, in the whole our name said. And I love you in a love way that I will not ever let go. And the same to every one of us. I mean, every one of ours. And of course I love myself, even at the pain of the situations I never asked. And you never learned. No, sorry. For the clear, and to say this, the announcement is simplicity, and I'm going to try to be brief as possible. And I'm going to proceed at what we agreed. Better certifica sed litishvatech mervismiatelosh speolikite. Redech bachal esech teshod levisvatech niseshnesim. Chadle de tir resishta et vati retish. Cherchmod leviditish me at verotica. Kjara besechish vat lekira metachna en sove implicementaly. Chadle resote resnante shvini karta kidas imoti. Retzate chod letesmitish vat akuvati simit. Chelkovam as leshnonteno et limit eshkavetan. This day, like much older, we were pleasant with it. And also the situations, once the realities, we were working with your honors at the International Criminal Court, International Court of Justice, and one thing to rescue. We could still keeping sanitation and health for institutions. So suddenly at the reality of this day, just happening much more. Just happening awesome because of we can count with the real God. And we will never, never will. So truth for this, here in Buenos Aires, were the same ones that heard the same that they were working with the International Court of Justice. In the cases I named, as in a very problem to define the clear of the words of the phases of the genocide and destroying our lives. And to define the clear of the reality to forward and how to proceed, understanding the danger. And all through this, the clear of the terms that we are in a very characteristic way for profiling not like a normal state of mental health, institutionally old, but criminologically talking, in a very ecophilic megalomaniacs, Sodoma and Gomorrah at the same class with what it is the gender. So starting in the middle of this whole, also the reality of saying that they were handling the cases and pretending to promote with them psychocytin and conscience self-sabotagers, understanding as criminals with sickness are, telling that they were the original International Criminal Court as International Court of Justice that they were handling with Argentina and Masur for the supposed they would care. And what they care is the making way sustainment scenarios for the cheating, manipulating, and destroying and subversing people for the proceeding of the taking the world. Murdering, destroying, genociding, suppressing, disappearing, and making people understand and believe manipulatively, with sensitivity, states for the liver, and making conducting for death. To say that they are the ones that we know it all the time, we do in the end. Today a lot of things happened, and today a lot of words I didn't want to say. But the clear fact of the truth every day, I'm just trying to forward and for this to be understood, known, and not only known, but I to remember as well every day. Which reality I won't let go, and I'm going to fight which it means, rights to be alive, and to be who I am. And every one of the ones who understand who we are. This is a clear intention about these ones, these megalomaniacs, the generation abomination ones, organized for committing this. At the clear fact of the terms and the to promoting and generating this to be for them. And at the clear fact of this evangelics, of them, providing them the capacity for they to do the destruction state as well. And trying to making this scenes for there to be shown like they says it is, and not what really is, profaning and destroying and damaging everything which it means, and alone in our lives because of their anti-Mashiach are of the beast, and wicked eyes. So suddenly this sickness, suddenly Omar never stopped him for words, and pretending to making paths like if there will be to taking positions and saying they are the front and the falses, like in a demon, who demon once to remain demon came on saying so long, and we understood, pretending to destroy and suppress God and who is of God, to saying we are and we're going to take position. Like every day's making me, destroying to me every day witchcraft, every day profanation, every day degeneration, and I will deny her for the reason of the truth. All through this day, another things happened, and the clear thought of pretending to putting me like a core permanently of the Holstein business, and called for about of 27 million sickness of them from the whole of the world. So maybe they're supposed to study on my person that I will be the supposed state affairs, still an able denier, with cameras of worm sign all around, and a supposed camera of this already old Samsung TV, which through the old Samsung TV there will be a very camera with a very radius rotation focus, where I suppose it will be watched. And all through this reality about also watching my sanitation time, if I will ever make a deposition, if I will ever making a very simple reality for diuresis, or any other class of realities like showers, taking baths, and always watching my privacy and pretending to say if I would remain more than 10 to 12 minutes in the bathroom, I would seduce them and try to instigate and inciting to rape. So, Ejército Argentino and Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas and pretender of expertise. Well, I am, like this much other, making them training of the supposed national security techniques, preparing on the abomination of the generations they are, spying us, saying we will be terrorists as narratives and making the generations and prostitutes and making that invasive character thing because of these state affairs with the whole of the emblematic and the whole of the institutional manipulation for and telling past rights and preparing for the rape, murder, and the generations they did. That only was. It's a way to showing who they are, but to telling what they are. The same in other concepts, with the problem of the victims, which the intentional ones, you know. All through this clear realities and facts, I have been walking a lot, and I had every moment. And during this, the clear fact of I supposedly will be needing medication and learn all the time, especially for saying what they do and who they are. When I read that, my lady stopped the other stuff, the king of her, my lady socially limited, that the phone where Ishma, and the level of social Ishma, the police is starting to play with that fact, but in a shed. Terribly using music weird. Then saying that I do not care to make an advertisement for the music that Mr. President Barack Obama and a real Redemi of Israel, Barack Obama's U.S. with your honors Edna Che Haindi, I says in New York, and Kevin Ostock, I says in New York, and also your honors cooperating for the less humanity cases and trying to establish orders on the hack. And struggles with these problems and trying to survive the disasters still around. Asking me to use certain authors for making some advertisement tracking that I didn't do yet. And suddenly taking the same that I've just taken, like always done, and saying that I am doing what they do, which demon wants to be demon, destroys the real, the genuine, rids the real and the genuine, and seeks for millions to be bipedal. That's maybe a completeness for saying it's us. Because of we knew and we saw the time, and because of us. Whenever it's one person which does 7,000, we done in he, or 20 million. We done in daily community. We can, sorry, not going to say, not even mention, you understand what I say. Sodom and Gomorrah, rape and murder. Crossing by what they call powers to take possess and for work. Power. Whenever you understand you administrate powers at the upright capacity and the wisdom and the reality, what for? And you talk about what we were saying. The clear fact of the health of the institutions is the health of the nation. All through the reality you go. So keeping what it means real morals, not the manipulative side. For the making the conceptualizing to the making any other version for the real. Or the way to suppress to the producing the power side for the making the impossibly take. Forgive this English mankill. Impossibilitizing, which is not the word, will be impossibilized the character for a person to perceive at the understand. So, using this high speak, I'm going to complete the reality which in English will be an association of words which delivers at the not exactly morphologically I want to give with this high speak. And you will understand with anthropology. So suddenly, at the clear fact of Redemi, and the reality of this morals means the right, clear understanding over the reality expressed, stepped back, and exposed as truth in the reality for implicement and institutionalizing the right character for this element, for clean, for real, for honest, for respected, for respectful, for placed, clean, real, uncorrupting, to deliver health to the nations. Morals. And the clear fact of the clearness is become a ready. So the clear of the clearness is so that it should be that let us not like fish with Bertaner, Bermatin. And like we were discussing so long. And suddenly we found this class, this species, and forgiveness to be so tough in so much ways. Diced until the hell, abominable until the death, and sick until the flesh, and fevered until the same complete endless death. Which starts to make the whole of the compound machineries in base of belief and experiencing abominations and corruption and destruction and degeneration and saying words to them and destroying and ruining people. So suddenly in the middle of the soul, watching this and watching everything, with your honors, we were teamwork, it were a deal, and it's a law. We are facing a very season of crimes that came on happening for so long, which this disgusting degeneration of a caste we're producing and promoting, making business with. So permanently we're the same, and the reality is ethnic rights, religion rights, culture rights. like we said. You want religion, you want culture, you want ethnics. Okay. The ethnics you express as the reality of whatever this to be. Non-honest, non-clean, non-truthful, non-placed, and nothing like healthy. You shall carry yourself, and you shall understand. You do to yourself. You cross the lines, you make crime. You want to make it sacrificial, sacrifice yourself. You want to rape, you make crime. No religion, no ethnics, no culture, no tribe of states, no science. You want to destroy people, you want to attack people, you want to corrupt people, you want to prostitute people, you want to pedophileizing, you want addicting, you want destroying, and also communities saying that you are going to be one of them. You cross the line and you make crime. Right of ethnics against the Brahmahishwa at Masalim. There's no ethnics and no human rights for it. Berde sira reflechmot ligada flechboat lides shavim. Revilach de kleves pobla resmita reflech pishmatiga sefleim. Argalikada fahale de sotle gira vetecha le sotle resmita de seshvatim. Revifachmat sachili doat lidas patlesim. Manipulating, destroying, corrupting, yielding. Destruction for what it is the reality of the identity, the person, the truth. The clearing and putting people in a state of tentative and activati phenomenon and the reality of the associated to this all, which were called themselves the United Evangelics, dragging a lot of victims and people that were destroyed and delivered into vectorized for the making genocide with the belief Lord will give you what is of that one because of cursed death. And Lord is going to put it, and Lord is going to take it all off. And is badly see witches and destruction implies governmental within, which there's to train to using the good people like if there will be toilet paper or dressings for there to be just heroes. We knew it all the time. We were working and suddenly they pretend and goes to profaning and robbing and hacking and destroying and forging and saying they said it never happened. Suddenly Amar, Babel, and implicementaly. So suddenly this reality of the law against new crime, which globalized by Ejército Argentino, Policía Federal Argentina, Gendarmería Nacional, Policía de Seguridad Aeroportuaria, Prefectura Naval Argentina, Servicio de Inteligencia del Estado Argentino, Policía Metropolitana, Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas, Policía Bonaerense, Presidencia Kirchner, Cuerpo Médico Forense with Department of Field, victims, Tribunales Argentina, Senado Argentino, Kirchner, peronistas, UNASUR, saying that it's okay, rape, murder, and destroying people and possessing what they got for the supposed patriot. That to be a heroic act for what we do. And Policía Federal Argentina, Ejército Argentino, giving the lessons about how to do. And United Evangelics, the ones that supports them and goes behind to the taking the 50s of the rape and murder of human families complete. Out of the machinery for the ancientist work. And with a supposed threat, they will be for rape. So they will do. The problem is that they are disgusting like the same old ass. With the problem of the ones that they sense to be raped and murdered. Once they know. All through realities for this. And all through clearing for this. The law is expressed. Criminal, corrupter, and homicider, genocider, and understand the word, murderer. The one that makes practice over harms and potential genocide and potential definitely the same criminal. And it's exactly this. And there you found that the text is saying what? Have to be all Jews? Nobody needs to be all Jews. But the ones that accept Adonai, Adonai will have at the judgment of his own. Because of he carries the reality of his own decision. And the clear fact of this is that he loves, but he makes justice. And justice is order, and order is moral. And moral is honesty, respect, clean, afforded at making the best ever, and always being the best ever to count with. And giving right to what we are part of, and trying to help right to remain to the ones that healthily we love. So suddenly, and the clear fact of this everyday effort is exactly what this law comes to. Ethnics, on who is gonna forbidding we to do witchcraft. Anybody can do it, it's intangible. What is the law? We have the law and we have the witchcraft. Sodoma y Gomorra, Evangelistas Unidos, van a pagar. Y toda tu maldita enfermedad. Reglas mafle dispeptica, raveja levisos diris, en plebespos legishot tenar. Relifas matzeja levisos sharif. Beicht and seek is not a choice. Their rights for life were given not for abominables, taking and doing whatever that sickness they wanted to. For delusional character of being rights of ethnics, rights of state, and science for the state and security. Rape, murder, and destruction, and making abominations, saying that they are going to fight tooth and high, and becoming kingdom. And this is the way kingdom of what happened. Sodom and Gomorrah. And this will be delusional. The problem is, you don't say ethnics and culture over a delusional that tries to tenacity your country. Suppose demon. What demon damages what country? Rette vefech likar vefech bal, rette vefech lakish votakin rabin. Amblefech vesoch likisheva plevachi, vapleves votach likad letamaron. Resech lekashe oblidis atlapikach harechmat levismod levispili. Revefech matzela shevosh levitamar, kachad legi. Kelvis wat lepier het spotach molidin bade kovach agishtot emotlis vataf. Avech likinesis deslek. Redemi fech lekoar vet ladesos kivis mot spot lekir vesefatema. Sech lekim vesecho baslat zilofef. En lo atika, en lo adirim. En lo atzechel chevod ladesolim. Rebecca le revefechot letimar, teshmoti vesachtivan. If you have a tavis motim with uniform badge and a weapon, saying I'm government, and gets inside your home, and says to you, I'm having hunger of sex, come and make me orals. Or, oh, I'm going to be with your wife a little bit. Or I want you now. You are being murdered, familicide, and genocided. That is not something to do. If you talk about a couple, understand what it means to be a couple. If you talk about marriage, understand what it is marriage. Sodom and Gomorrah aren't the reality for this, and that's choice to life. Refismat laki, revefecha levisot levesmat levisnish laki, revefech macha levatluat muta. Que alikovaktika chal eshmanus mut lekivim. En rebefechlik is op de resmaglis aan de refesklef. Reifachlech matelotlat is potmatletika chareshmatim. And you are who you are. And who disforms and destroys your life and tries to corrupt you and subverts you and destroy you and slaughter you is a hell in person, it means genocider, and there is no rights of no ethnics, no religion, no culture. And what there's to say, which hunting, what do you do for? Because if I am not Christian and I don't come for Christianism, I come for the truth and for justice, and the justice implies what crime do you do and hide? Refach matleki vispatleki refechalhim, but less refechale vispotelis visletal, kerrichani visotelis mantisher, chelmadini. And the reality is, no outbursts gave them no rights, and they said, oh, we have them all, this, and this are them because of we put at them. What ethnics and what rights and what authority? Kiss what class of allowed character to say who's be, who's not, and who will be God, but the same God in person, which is killing testimony and saying no more. And comes to murder for the God himself says no more. What ethnics and what state has rights for? Whom? Bedle serre refechla imasi vespotle vesti vishpotleti kaverin, verchale vespotle techti asartin, I'm reproducing everything I do for the sake. We do it and we know it all the time come to us. We are going to make it for the place the manipulative, do you believe it? And making a forgery of the day and saying this, you cannot speak this way and saying that. Don't you see also the mistake and the illiterated, not matkimatin, even a word like never existed, illiterated, doesn't? The way it writes, the way they murder us. For I to deal with the situations are everyday transgressors in my life. And the things I never do and I never done but a forgery for. I write of ethnics to rape you and murder you because of I supposedly done on a forgery. And supposedly sick, delirious fever, sick abominables, that is associated with a title of I am the power and I have the power of the Lord, which are not everyone, and don't you misunderstand. I already exposed them all with faces, identities, and what they do, who they are in front of the world, and there is not going to be the victim. And the responsible, I'm going to put in hell for this all, the generations and abominations they committed. Pretend that we to pray and we to be the guilty for what they chose and they wanted. Rebach mod de Sata de Dia had a shopleking of a Tachmateva, and they make mistake. And they do this when they are the ones they describe to putting that. Which are exactly what I'm saying. Dat levis pasi, diabelos, degenerados. Refach matzer levisos levita, refach matzabelim. Delivered there going to be me, and I will be what they desire say would, which are they forever. The whole pejorative, the whole refutable, the whole suppressible, the whole rejectable, the whole tremblable, the whole spitable, the whole they are forever. Not me, not us. The real ones. Rebet patlakim rebet fekle visotle vestish divita kachal chmiam tobas matlim. And rebet fekle vishotle vidapte vachat andemov. So the reality of the soul, and with the whole, and I'm sorry for the terms, and I'm sorry for that situation, I'm going to give you this day. We have dangers, we have problems that are happening, a lot of things around, and we are alert. We will be careful, we will be conscious about the situations. Don't you ever give in, don't you give up, don't you open doors lightly. You see a uniform and you doubt. You are are not knowing who it is, D-R-E-D-I-D-I-D-O-C-D-X-E-P-I-D-I-D-O-D-N-T-D-I-C-K-D-D-I-C, Holmen kalbesport natim torpt kendisvad. And this, you understand the CP talk. Everybody does it, US, Europe, and even later America. You understand city talk, Who doesn't know what it is, you can do it. El kimot levitaden, primiatim tadalpitan. Everybody understands what I'm saying. Even the ones that has no idea about nothing. This I just said, Googling, searching, but the segmented. https www.pdic.com POCDICOD middle FF55555555 at the MTIC 81613TICBOTIC 1819 BMTICOTK middle Bill of Justice for against crime on the religious character and paranormal using. CCPOTICAM.com middle system of ODRMC 5.NT systems. Recall F7 works the whole of the last tools. I am Elishel E.BLANCO Redemi, my ID in Israel. Alejandro Mario Blanco Redemi, birthed in Buenos Aires on September 7, 1968. And I'm telling you, we have to have the make-kibatikum-masen, the desperate effort, in the character of the clearing for what it means, the duty for life, and life for the defension for what it means, the real for. The genuine. Bless you, that we pass a siege like one, the British model of the and to the Rechbachino Sedas, back in Glases. This is 2024, of the same October 14th, Wednesday, 2015.